And finally, in the state of war, where tankers clash and bullets fly, the innocent bear the heaviest burden. This is particularly evident in North Africa's Sudan. For 11 grueling months, a civil war has been raging, leaving despair and hunger in its wake. As the conflict persists, the nation is on the brink of its most harrowing crisis, a crisis of hunger that threatens to engulf millions. Our next report explains.
Death, destruction, despair. Wars and conflicts have only left a country ravaged and its citizens reeling under devastating impacts for years. The story of Sudan in North Africa is no different, where a civil conflict has been raging for 11 agonizing months. The end seems distant, and now the nation teeters on the edge of its worst hunger crisis ever.
People are tired and there is no food. I used to be in good health before, but now my body is getting thin. It has been 2 months and this is the 3rd month, and our bodies are getting thinner. What will we look like a year from now? We will collapse to the ground.
This alarm was rung by the United Nations World Food Programme, revealing how the lives of millions have been shattered by the ongoing war. The world body has painted a grim picture of the situation, saying that over 25 million Sudanese are trapped in a relentless cycle of food insecurity. Shockingly, over 90% of the population faces hunger at emergency levels.
The available food is not enough for us. We have corn, but we don't have the money to grind it. And we don't have the money to buy cooking utensils either. We can't buy onions or meat. The food that we have been given is not enough. The situation is difficult and there are no jobs.
The United Nations warns that the war risks unleashing the world's largest hunger catastrophe. In South Sudan's overflowing transit camps, where 600,000 fleeing souls seek refuge, hunger gnaws relentlessly.
So there is a lot of challenge currently in the camp. The situation is really catastrophic. And in terms of food, let's say there have been no food distribution almost since 1 year now. And people are going hungry, and children also are suffering for severe malnutrition.
Around 20% children crossing borders suffer from malnutrition, while a mere 5% of Sudanese can afford a single meal daily. Over 37% of the people are facing acute food insecurity. Sudan's existing crisis exacerbated in April 2023 when a power struggle erupted between 2 of its military generals, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and Mohammed Hamdan Hemedti Dagalo. Since then, the war has claimed tens of thousands of lives, demolished infrastructure, and pushed the economy into chaos. The warring factions stand accused of heinous crimes against civilians, including ethnic cleansing. Furthermore, this war has fueled the world's largest displacement crisis. The relentless violence has put the lives of millions in jeopardy. Over 8 million people have been uprooted. About 2 million people were forced out of their houses even before the war began. Yet, amidst the despair, a glimmer of hope emerged on March 6th this year. The Sudanese government pledged to accept humanitarian aid delivery. A beacon of hope after months of isolation. The aid will come through Chad and South Sudan, offering a lifeline to those in dire need. But is this a lasting solution? For the situation to get better, the World Food Programme has made some suggestions. It has asked the warring parties to cease hostilities and to grant aid agencies access to those in need. They have also urged the neighbouring countries to contribute to humanitarian aid funding. Since the beginning of the conflict last year, there have been multiple ceasefires, but the 2 generals have refused to diffuse tensions. Almost a year on, it's Sudan's people who continue to be the victims of this war, with millions of lives shattered.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, But above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.